Hi.
Hey guys.
Well, here I thought we would have a week where we would just booze it up and talk about sex or, whatever we do. And it's fucking busy.
There was some big developments.
There's some big developments. And I feel like this is just the calm before the storm because next week is going to be fucking madness.
Oh, yeah. You're much anticipated. Did you see where Zack Ryder tweeted something about it too?
Yes.
Not that I could see because he has me blocked, but I saw
I can't see it either, but he put it on Instagram too, so I saw it.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, yay! Can't believe he still has us blocked. What a dick.
He's too
Sorry,
sensitive.
the truth hurts.
Most wrestlers are too sensitive, so.
They really are. I mean, like, seriously. Chill. I feel like it's most men are very sensitive.
I don't know. The women can be too.
Well, yeah, but like, yeah. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, guys, I didn't think this week was going to be that busy, and then, shit went down. Because Tama decided to fucking drop the bomb.
What bomb was that?
Oh. So, guys, Jen and I both thought this was going to be a while before this little nugget, this beautiful bomb of happiness and glitter dropped. Like, we were like, oh, no, he's going to wait a while. And you know what, though? I was listening to our old episodes, and I said he would be smart to do it the week before, July 18th. And guess what he did?
He went ahead and he wanted to be a little bit controversial before
shit hits the fan for everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, he dropped the much anticipated All About the Elite Air episode.
Mm-hmm.
And he spilled some tea. Some of it we knew, and some of it we didn't know.
Such as
Tama, hold on, I made notes. I took notes, guys. Tama said that he was the mediator after Carl left. Like, Carl was originally the mediator, which I'm like, I could see that. It's kind of like Jen and Jen's mediator. But, yeah, so then Tama became the mediator, and he was just trying to keep the peace with everybody and make sure everybody was like, I mean, not at least happy, then, like, all right. And he said that, like, before all the shit went down, like, when AJ and Gallows and Anderson and everybody were still there, like, Kenny and the Bucks were fine. Like, all right people to hang out with. And then, once AJ and everybody left, and then Harold told Kenny, hey, you're going to be the leader of the Bullet Club, shit started to change. Which we knew. It started to change. And Tama said he was almost the last to know. But, like, he said he thinks it was more because he was, like, blissfully ignorant about it. It was just like, it's all right, guys. Like, it's going to be okay. And, when it would be just Kenny and the Bucks going out there and Kenny the Bucks doing something, he'd just be like, oh, you know what? They're going to bring us into the fold. And it never happened. But, like, I guess everybody else was fucking pissed. And then Tama finally realized. Like, he opened his eyes and was like, shit.
So he said that happened before Cody came over there?
Before Cody, yeah.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah. And, hold on, let me find my notes. He said that he made a lot of excuses for when Kenny and the Bucks would do something, like when they started being the elite, or like when they would just the three of them go to the ring and all that. He would make excuses and just be like, oh, they got something planned, or like, oh, something's gonna go. They're gonna bring us in. It's okay. And I'd like to know who said something first, though. I feel like it would have been Fale.
Oh.
I feel like it would have been, but Maybe I'm wrong. Just thinking about to the people who were in the club at the time, I'm really going Fale was the first to be like, what the fuck?
I could see that.
Yeah. Tama said that what he didn't realize was that New Japan gave control of the Ring of Honor leg of the Bullet Club to the Young Bucks. So, like, they would start adding people. Adam Cole, Hangman, Marty, all of that. And, like, they wouldn't find out until, like, they found out on Twitter. So, like, at times they didn't know who was in the Bullet Club.
Well, that's a little sketchy.
That's a wee bit sketchy. And then the first time they saw Hangman in the Bullet Club, it was back. Remember, like, it had to have been 2016 when Hangman would go to the ring and he would hang people in the middle of the ring.
Yes.
So the first time they saw Hangman in the Bullet Club, he was hanging Jay Lethal with the noose. And they were like, oh, well then. And then, like, the next one, it was Colt Cabana, and they're like, okay, so this is a little problematic. Which I agree. That, looking back at it, I'm like, oh. Got an African-American and a Jewish person? That's wow. That's the hill we're gonna die on. Okay. But yeah, so he said, like, a lot of the times also the Bucks would, like, Ring of Honor would come to Japan and they'd be like, oh, here's Adam and he's in the Bullet Club now. And they're like, well, why? And he's like, 'cause he's here. It's like, okay. Like, there was no, like, Tama said it was a lot like complete madness. Like, literally complete madness. And he said the bad part was, though, Kenny was playing both sides. Because, like, in Japan, he was traveling with Tama and all them and, like, having lunch with them and staying in the same hotels. So he had to, like, play it cool. But then, like, on the whole other side, he's, like, obviously best friends with the Bucks. And obviously aware of what's going on. And he's in the loop, and they're not in the loop.
Oh, that's
so then
sketchy.
Kenny would just kind of play dumb sometimes, like, oh, yeah, I didn't know that. But he did know.
So how did Tama feel about that?
Again, he was just making excuses, and everybody else was fucking pissed. And then finally he realized, so we're not making any money, like any more money, and they're making a lot of money. Using the Bullet Club name.
Right.
That Tama and Carl and Ferg and Fale came up with. But they're not making any money.
See, to me it seems like so who trademarked that? Who's got the trademark?
But all of a sudden the Bucks come up with the Elite thing, and that's their trademark, and they're making money. And Tama's like, I can't fault them because they're obviously making money. Like, good for them. But, like, at some point it just felt like, okay, so they're using the Bullet Club to boost the Elite so they can make more money. And we're sitting here, the people who made it and the people in the trenches, we're not making any money. But they're putting us on their show. So.
That's dirty.
That's a dirty trick, guys. So at that point, they decided that they were just going to see how it played out. Because they could tell, like, something's going to go down. Something's going to happen. And they were really also pissed off that in Japan, the Bullet Club's like the mafia. Like, they're fucking evil and they do bad shit, but they have a code. Like, there's shit they won't do. But, like, they said watching Ring of Honor, they were just doing whatever the fuck. Like, whatever the fuck happened. Like, whatever. They had Frankie Kazarian in, and then they had him out, like, a month later. And then they had Christopher Daniels come in, and they didn't... Tama still to this day doesn't know why. He said it's nothing against Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian, but obviously you know why. because they're buddies with the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Bring them on in. Also, they're scumbags. That's just on us, though. Tama didn't say that they're scumbags.
They definitely are.
They definitely are. So basically, Tama said it was just chaos. Like, literally, you didn't know what the fuck was about to happen. There was like no storylines, basically. It was just, let's fucking just be insane. And Tama would look to Kenny for like leadership, and he said Kenny really didn't give a fuck about the Bullet Club because the Elite was there. Yeah.
Interesting.
So Tama said that Cody came in and he really didn't understand the hype. Like he's like, he's not that great. And I'm like, mood. Mood, he's not that great. And he said back, remember when they attacked him and Haku and Loa attacked everybody who was at like the San Francisco show?
Mm-hmm.
Tama said that the whole the whole time he didn't understand why he was so angry and why it was like fitting his dad was there. And Ross, the co-host, was like, is it maybe because Cody acts like he's the only legacy in the business when you are in fact a legacy? You and your brother? And I'm like, oh. Cody. I don't know. Maybe it is. So Tama also said that his purpose was just to promote the group. He wanted to push the group. He wanted the group as a whole to succeed. Like, not just certain people, not just him and Loa, not just Huge, not just Fale. He wanted everybody on the same platform to succeed. And it was almost like the Elite just thought, oh, how can we make money? How are we going to make money off of it? And obviously, the money is not floating down to everybody else.
Right.
The money is staying with just 3 people. So he did say the line that we've been saying for over a year, though. The Elite made themselves rich off the Bullet Club's back. So for that, I say we were right. And never doubt our abilities ever again.
I think at this point, most sane people have realized.
Well, no. Maybe.
Sane.
No, sane. Okay. Not like the Elite dick suckers who are like, oh my God, they can never do anything wrong. Cody's Jesus. It's true, though. It is true. Let's be real. It's true. But Tama said the one thing that New Japan did right, that Ring of Honor did not do right, and they're still suffering, is they realized what the fuck was going on and were like, oh no. Oh no. And it was like a couple months before All In, and they were like, oh shit. I know what's going to happen now. And I'm like, wow, they caught on that late? But anyway, they caught on, and Gato was like, let's start pushing Jay White and Naito and all those guys instead of Kenny and the Young Bucks. What a surprise. And I don't know. I think it worked. Pretty sure it worked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Ring of Honor, obviously, we're like, no, they'll never leave. They love us. And then they left.
After they use them.
You see, there is an ongoing theme here of like, use them to make a profit and then dump them like a bad habit.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
They're like an abusive ex-boyfriend.
They are. They're like that boyfriend who's like, baby, I just want to borrow your car for a couple hours. They're a scrub.
Mm-hmm.
They're a scrub. They don't pay their bills. Somebody else pays their bills, and then they leave with your credit card. I've never had that happen, but like, you know. People have. There's songs about it. He said also, and I never thought about this until he said it. I was like, oh shit. New Japan of America was building at the same time that All In and AEW were. Right?
Hmm.
And they were building it on the backs of the scumbags. And they wanted to be the number 2 company in America. And the Elite stabbed him in the back.
Shocking.
I'm so surprised. Apparently, the Elite knew that New Japan of America was happening. And they left to do AEW. And the viewership dropped dramatically, which is now finally coming back around. And AEW took the spot that New Japan of America was supposed to take. So then they couldn't do it.
Use them too.
Yeah, use them too. So, and that makes me laugh as everybody's like, oh my God, AEW and New Japan need to work together. I don't know if they're going to work together after that shit.
Nope.
I wouldn't trust them. Also, the entire Bullet Club, they didn't want anything to do with All In. That's why they weren't there. But they watched and saw the whole Bullet Club logo and everything being hoarded out at that show. Because it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was fucking paraded around. It was like the Trisha Paytas. You couldn't look away. It was right there. But literally, I think we both said at the time, like, it's very strange that, like, Tama and all of them aren't there.
Yeah.
Well,
there was a reason for it.
There's obviously a reason why. Also, the other factions in Japan were like, what the fuck? Because you notice in like 2018 and 2017, most of the main events didn't have LIJ or Chaos or the Bullet Club in it. It was the Elite.
Mm-hmm.
So literally all the factions were like, so excuse me. Literally it was Okada and the Elite. So you got people like Will Ospreay and Evil and Naito and Bushi and Juice and all them, Lance Archer. All's going, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? And I guess they were actually telling Tama, what the fuck? And Tama's like, I don't fucking know.
Don't ask me.
Don't ask me. I'm not there. At that point, I would have just been like, yeah. Also, Tama thinks that they have not changed.
Oh, I doubt it.
No. He did ask. He's like, New Japan, they might one day do something with AEW. But I think he said that he thinks that they want AEW to prove themselves first, so that New Japan isn't making them,
taking all the risk,
having to carry them. Also, Tama asked, you notice they really haven't made any stars.
Except for themselves.
Well, yeah. Other than themselves. Who gets the big entrances?
And WWE people.
Fucking chandelier.
And WWE people.
Yeah. But still. They were already stars to begin with. Who has a fucking chandelier in his entrance?
Every single time.
Yeah. It makes sense. Makes sense.
They did point that out about the entrance, too. I heard that part. You sent me that part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Tama did say, though, he does not regret what happened, everything that happened, because he said that he grew as a person. Like, he was, that person who's like, I just want everybody to get along, and like kind of just sat back and was like, oh yeah, everybody needs to play nice. And he said that he grew to now just not take any shit. Like, I think if somebody tried to do what they did, I don't think he would stand as long as he did. Because he said it was like a year. For a year. He just was like, it's okay, let's just all get along. And then finally he's like, okay, what the fuck? I don't think if it happened again, I don't think it would be a year before he said, what the fuck? Mm-mm. So I think it's a learning experience. It's a growing experience. And if you think about it, if it didn't happen, they wouldn't have pushed Jay White as hard as they did. And then Jay White wouldn't have ended up with Gato. And then they wouldn't be in the Bullet Club.
So it all worked out.
And then we wouldn't have ever met Jay White. And had that moment.
That's true.
So it all worked out. It worked out for the best. I had to bring it back to us. Because I will never not talk about that. What a man. Mm-hmm. What a man. Anyway. More New Japan. Yeah. Anyway, the past 2 days. What the actual fuck happened?
Well, they got to make big moves because they don't have other.
They're making big moves, and guess what? I don't know why I didn't catch on to this. Like 2 episodes of Tama's Island before, he's like, "Oh, Bullet Club is evil. They're an evil faction," and I'm like, "You're right, they are evil." Ha ha ha! And now I'm like, "God damn it, I get it now." And everybody else is like, "No shit." Yeah. I didn't take him literally. I thought he just meant like, oh, we're evil. I'm like, oh yeah, you're evil. And I'm like, wait. Huh. Anyway, guys, evil is now in the Bullet Club.
Dropping hints.
Yeah.
Low key
dropping hints. And now I'm like, evil's in the Bullet Club.
And he's the champ.
I was getting to that. But yes, he's the champion now. Like, I was still getting over the evil joining the Bullet Club thing. Like, literally, I was like, that should happen. That should happen. Okay. And then it's like, oh, now he's beat Naito. I'm like, fuck. I mean, we called it. You and I were like in the 25% of New Japan fans who were like, evil's gonna win.
But I think it was kind of obvious.
I know, and everybody else.
I didn't even watch it, and I knew it was obvious.
Everybody's like, "Oh my god, Naito's gonna win." I'm like, that's cute. That's really cute. And then like even less people. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, Chaos is gonna beat the Bullet Club," and I'm like, "That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen." And guess what? I was right. Huge got the pin. Good for him. Oh. Good for him. I'm proud. Because Huge never gets the pin. He's usually the one getting pinned. So this was like it was like, when you read stories and it's like a moment of growth. It was his moment of growth. I was like, good for you. And it was, Okada was in the match. Fucking Okada. And I was like, look at him.
The feel-good story.
The feel-good story. The pimp won. God. Anyway. And Ishimori was there. He was a nice guy. He plays Jenga very well.
He does.
I was like, wow. He won like 4 games while we were standing there.
He's very methodical.
Yes. I was like, I couldn't do it. Good for him. But yeah, I mean, Okada, first lost to Evil and then lost to Ishimori and Huge. And I'm like, something's gonna happen. Literally, the second they got the pen, I'm like, my Bullet Club senses are tingling. Something's happening tonight. And everybody's like, Nikki, what are you talking about? I was like, they're like, oh, you mean Evil winning? I'm like, oh no, something's gonna happen. I'm like, there's something happening. I can feel it. And everybody's like, what are you talking about, you crazy person? And I'm like, I feel it in my bones. Guess what? I was right. Because Bushi took his mask off and he's dick to go.
I still don't understand that.
I still laugh every time. But Dick to Go is in the Bullet Club now.
It sounds fitting to me.
And Dick to Go. Fitting, I guess. But yeah, he almost murdered Naito. Like, legitimately, mob style, almost murdered him. Like, had a grow around his neck. Just choking him. I was like, oh, we're going to witness a murder. All right, cool. Guess we're murdering people. I did not know that this was happening.
What time of night are you watching this?
It was actually on early last night. It was on 11 here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'm just like, there's a murder. All right, cool. There's a murder. And
attempted murder.
It turns out it was attempted. At the time, I was like, all right, is he going to let go? Are we going to see a murder? But yeah, Bushi. Everybody came out there. Everybody's like, oh my God, Bushi's going to help Naito win. And I'm like, bitch, something's about to happen. And I was right. I got my abilities. Anyway, but yeah. So, fucking just Bushi's in the Bullet Club.
That's interesting.
Which I'm like, wait, whoa. How is Kenta and Jay gonna feel about this? And then I watched Hamilton after it. I was like, oh my God, Jay White is Hamilton.
Oh God.
He is. He really is. And then I was like, oh, does that make... I was like, wait. I like literally was like, oh my God, Tama would totally be Jefferson.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm like, oh, he would.
Going off to France and coming back when everything's over. Yep.
Yeah. For that, I say, maybe I'm Jefferson as well. They're like, you're getting high with the French. I'm like, that sounds like a good time. Why are we mad at him for that? Hamilton, you cheated on Eliza.
He did.
Such a good woman. How dare you?
And not even with her sister, who, if you were going to pick somebody, at least she loved you.
Yeah. And that right there was still, I'm like, all right. Your wife's sister.
That was weird.
Kenta
But it's what happened.
Hey, Kenta would totally be Aaron Burr. I can see it now.
I love Burr. Burr's my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Jefferson's mine.
Well, I like Jefferson, but Burr, I think he gets a bad rap.
Also,
but
George Washington. I like George Washington. I do like Hamilton, too.
I feel like Burr gets a bad rap.
He does. I feel like he felt bad.
He was just tired of being screwed over.
He was. That's why it's Kenta. And Jay's just walking around acting like he owns the place. You know. Does that make Gato George Washington? Yeah.
I don't think so.
Whatever. Anyway, yeah, that was my night last night.
What we should totally do that. We should recast Hamilton with the Bullet Club.
We should. Can I be Peggy? And Peggy. Like they're having this really pretty song and I'm just like, and Peggy.
Poor Peggy.
I love Peggy. Somebody actually asked Lin-Manuel Miranda, they're like, why can't Peggy have a sequel? He's like, well, Peggy didn't live very long, so I don't know what the sequel's going to be about. I'm like, he's got a point. What are you going to make it about?
Who knows? They'll find
Who
something.
knows? Anyway, enough Hamilton. Dominion last night. There was other shit happening other than attempted murders and Evil joining the Bullet Club and fucking shit like that. The Golden Ace lost. The team of Tanahashi and Kota lost their belts to Zack Sabre Jr. and Tai Chi. Also, if you were with me live tweeting, I totally did a RuPaul's Drag Race. Like when Tai Chi came out, I was like, "It is time for you to lip sync for your life." And then when he got in the ring, I was like, "Sashay away."
Oh my god!
It wasn't a very good lip sync. He was not even moving his lips. I was like, "You could at least say watermelon and yellow and coconut." Like, come on, buddy.
What else they say? Peas and carrots. That's what Juju always said.
Yeah,
peas and carrots.
Peas and carrots. Watermelon, coconut, yellow. I mean, come on. Like, even I can lip sync better than that. Tai Chi, really?
All Stars has been very odd.
It has. I love Miss Cracker though. I'm thinking Miss Cracker's gonna
Cracker's being pretty damn shady though.
You know what? They all are being pretty damn shady.
Yeah, but I love Cracker the first time.
Are you trying to say that Cracker has the Alaska editing from season 2?
I don't know. Something. It's very, very odd.
I'm sorry though. I feel like Alaska got a bad rap from season 2 because I totally would have done the same thing. I'm like, I have to win. You don't understand the pressure I'm under.
I do feel like she was a little harsh sometimes. Not that they're not all. I guess it's just the editing.
I think
it's just
they
the way they're
edit
editing
them
it.
But also, can I just say, really good match, Sho versus Shingo Takagi. Really good match. You wouldn't think. Like, on paper, you'd hear Sho versus Shingo Takagi, and you'd be like, I don't know about that. And then when it happened, I was like, that's fucking good. I like it. I like it a lot. And Shingo Takagi retained. And I guess he's going up against El Desperado next time. But yeah.
So it's on every night now, or what?
No. There's a press conference tonight, and the next one's not until the 20th.
Oh.
So there's a press conference tonight, though. So I will be up, because it's on at 11. I will be up live tweeting the press conference. If there's anything good. But I'm kind of thinking the whole Bullet Club thing. What's going to happen when Jay and Kenta come back?
But when are they going to come back? Who knows?
Exactly, but it's going to be very interesting. My thought process is that Takahashi, because Takahashi challenged Evil. Also, he had my new favorite reaction gift to if Gallows and Anderson joined Bullet Club, or not Bullet Club, AEW, because he sat in the ring and did the screeching wail, and that will be me if they go to AEW. I will just go on the floor and do the screeching wail.
Oh my god!
You might be able to hear me. The screeching noise, you'll hear it, and I'll just be like, ah!
Oh god!
I'll be very angry. Okay. Which I don't think they will. I really don't think they will. I think they side with Tama. I'm just going.
Probably.
I think so. But yeah, Bullet Club's resurging. I don't know what's going to happen when everybody else can come back. Tama seems very happy with everything going on. And what's going to happen with Kota and Tanahashi? We don't know. But I feel like there is a lot. Like, the end of Dominion last night was so, like, soap opera. It was, like, the soap opera ending to end all soap opera endings. Like, Takahashi's in the ring, and he lets out that screeching wail. And, like, it's poetic because he has on his wrist tape, it says why over and over again because he doesn't know why Evil would leave. And then like Evil just looks at him and then he walks away. And then he keeps screeching and he gets out of the ring and he runs away. And I was like, oh my God, this is poetic. Damn. Soap opera ending to end all soap opera endings. So moving on. Impact, which Jen doesn't watch. But next Saturday, we will be paying attention to.
Why is that?
Because there is a mystery opponent at Slammiversary, and guess what day it falls on?
18th?
July 18th. The day that everything will fucking explode in the wrestling community. Like, really, I was kind of buying in with Jen. I was like, it's not going to be as good as we think. It's not. Well, that was until I found out Gallows and Anderson are having their live episode on YouTube that night. And then Zack Ryder said there's a lot of angry wrestlers that are hungry and they're going to be released on the world. And I was like, oh, fuck.
I hope it's not anticlimactic, though.
I don't think it's going to be. Like, maybe we're hyping it too much, but I'm thinking there's going to be some shit. Like, Gallows wants to get drunk and say really bad things. Which, that's a mood.
It is, but
I'm drinking White Claw over here. It's a mood.
Hi guys, it's Nikki, and we have moved to Anchor Podcast. Now, what we like about Anchor is Anchor gives us everything in one place, and it's free. You don't have to spend $15 a month on getting subpar service when you could get everything in one place for free. What I like about it too is you could actually get creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right in the app. Now, this doesn't change how your podcast is distributed. You can hear it everywhere, such as Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcasts, and more. And it makes everything easy for monetization, even if you don't have a ton of listeners. So if you're interested, download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Anyway, so who are we thinking this mystery opponent's going to be? Because there's been a lot of people teased that it could be.
like who?
One of the people is EC3, which I feel like is the obvious choice.
Mystery opponent for who?
It's going to be in the Impact World Heavyweight Champion match. It's Ace Austin versus Trey versus Eddie Edwards versus the mystery opponent. The other person who's been thrown around was Eric Young. Maybe. Bully Ray.
No.
Possibly. Could happen. Now, in the original teaser, there was a Bulgarian flag, which he's got the Rona now, so I don't think it's him.
Yeah, no.
Mike Bennett.
No.
Well, they showed Gallows and Anderson, but I don't think they would be the single mystery opponent.
EC3 sounds the most probable.
I know. I'm kind of going EC3, but then the Eric Young thing is very interesting.
I don't know. I'm going to say EC3.
I'm going to go EC3, but then, like, Eric Young, though. I don't know why I keep going back to that.
Well, he had a
Maybe
good run.
I'm Nostra fucking Damas, and I'm like, it's going to be Eric Young.
Maybe.
Like, I'm like, it's going to be EC3, then I'm like, but Eric Young.
Maybe it'll somehow be both. Maybe one of them will come in and then they'll take the other one out.
Yeah, maybe they take Trey out of the match and it's both of them. Maybe. Also, if Gallows and Anderson do fight, I think I found the part where they're going to come in.
Where?
Because it's the North versus Shamrock and Callahan.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's very fitting that there's been a lot of teases towards a certain group that we like from Impact.
Oh, Aces and Eights?
Aces and Eights might be coming back. And Bully isn't under contract. And Gallows isn't under contract. And he could just bring Carl with him.
True. Could be.
I mean,
that's a likely choice.
That is a likely choice. Also, having Aces and Eights back would be really good.
You know, a lot of people shit on it, but I liked it.
I know. Like, at the time, I was like, I don't fucking get it. And then now, like, rewatching it, I'm like, I really like Aces and Eights. I think that's how everybody is, though, because lately I haven't heard anybody shitting on it. I feel like more people now are like, I really miss Aces and Eights. Like, at the time, you're like, oh, God. But, like, compared to the shit that they're putting out today in, like, WWE and stuff, they're like, Aces and Eights wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that bad. Like, yeah, there was some moments, like, the whole Brooke Hogan thing, and, like, those were fucking weird, but, like, everything else actually wasn't that bad.
The Brooke Hogan thing, though, was, at least
I could understand why, but, like,
yeah. It wasn't horrible. I didn't feel like it was horrible.
It was just weird, but not like a good weird. It was just weird. But, like, I got why, but still, it was just kind of weird. Also, it's going to be the return of Deonna Purrazzo. As she goes... What?
Meh.
Well, she's going against Jordan Grace. So.
Ah.
That'll be a good match. That'll be good. Willie Mack versus Chris Bay. Well, I've seen both of them live. They're both really good, so that'll be a good match. And then the match I'm looking forward to, the Knockouts Gauntlet. Taya Valkyrie versus Kiera Hogan versus Susie, which is Sue Young, versus Rosemary versus Nevaeh versus Tasha Steelz versus Kylie Ray versus Alicia versus Jessica Havoc versus Kimberly versus Madison Rayne.
It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. But they're all really, really good. So it's going to be crazy. But in the best way possible, I think.
When is this?
Huh?
When is this?
Saturday. Yes, Saturday. The 18th. July 18th. Which we've decided, after putting a poll out on Twitter and getting opinions, we are not going to do an episode until after the 18th. That way we can cover not only all the shit that goes down, but also Slammiversary. So.
You're going to be, like, eagerly refreshing that thing, looking for that podcast.
Oh, Gallows Anderson, I'm going to be on the YouTube thing. Hey, don't get... Girl, I'm watching the live episode.
It's live?
What?
It's live?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like, who said I have to refresh anything? I could watch him do it.
Interesting.
But I think I might do their Patreon because at 10 Eastern, they're going to do a Boozin' with the Boys where you can ask them questions about everything. And the episode will drop early. So I'm kind of like, I think I'm going to do it. I think I want to do it.
Be kind of fun.
But yeah, I feel like Extreme Rules is just going to be overshadowed next weekend.
It might be, especially if a bunch of stuff comes out.
Oh, yeah. But also, like, the card sucks. Let's be honest. Like, my brother wanted to do, like, a dinner for Extreme Rules, and I'm like, can we just do it for Slammiversary instead? And they're like, yeah, we were gonna ask you that. I'm like, okay, well, guess we're gonna do Slammiversary instead. I was like, I don't even know. I was like, we might even be recording during Extreme Rules, so like,
I don't know. I want to watch it, but
yeah, I don't know if I want to watch it or not, honestly. I watched Raw and SmackDown, and Raw was better than SmackDown. SmackDown was absolute garbage. I turned it off. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go watch Hamilton. Or something. But yeah, I mean, let's do our predictions.
Okay.
Since the Impact, we're not going to have predictions because. But anyway, here we go. Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus in a bar fight.
See, I don't know because there's rumors Jeff's not going to renew his contract. So.
But when does his contract expire?
I don't know.
Exactly. I'm gonna go Sheamus.
Yeah, I am too because I
again.
Sure with them.
The storyline's fucked up though. MVP versus Apollo Crews for the U.S. title.
They already gave it MVP once, right? Didn't he get it once?
Not recently.
I thought he did.
I don't even fucking know.
I'm gonna say Apollo.
I'm gonna go Apollo. I guess. Oh God. Rey Mysterio versus Seth Rollins in an eye for eye match where they're gonna use CGI to poke an eye out.
I think Rey will win because I think they want Seth to have an eye patch. So I'm gonna go Rey.
But part of me is like, Rey's only working event to event though.
I'm still gonna say Rey because I think they want to do that to Seth.
They're gonna make Seth wear an eye patch.
I really think that that's what they want. I really do.
God, if he wears an eye patch, I'm going to fucking laugh at him. No offense to people who have like issues with their eye and have to wear an eye patch, but it's Seth. Also, how this is my thought is like, what are you gonna do when Seth is not gonna wear the eye patch anymore? They say he's got a glass eye? Like, what?
Well, maybe they'll say his eye's not completely gone. It's just hurt. I don't know. I'm still going to say Rey.
I know, but I'm just like, I'm not saying that you're not right. I'm just saying.
Who wasn't there wore an eye patch? Was it Ambrose that had an eye patch?
Yes, Dean wore an eye patch.
Yeah, there you go.
For a while. Asuka versus Charlotte, or I almost said Charlotte, Sasha. I want to go Asuka. I think Asuka's going to retain.
Asuka versus who?
Sasha.
I'm going to say Sasha.
Oh, God, that would be so bad. But I could see it happening, but it's going to be so bad. Drew versus Dolph.
Drew. I'm
going to go Drew. Bray versus Braun in a non-title swamp match.
Oh, God.
I guess Braun? I mean, you have to find a way to get the Fiend to show up one way or another, right?
Probably. I'm gonna say Bray though.
I'm guessing Braun? Because obviously that's where they're going, is they're gonna have the Fiend versus Braun at SummerSlam, and I'm guessing the Fiend will be undefeated still. Unlike Bray.
He's not undefeated.
The Fiend is.
Oh, he is?
He
lost. Did he lose it? He lost to Goldberg.
Oh, that's right. I think I blocked that out. Yeah. I blocked it out. I'm like, that never happened. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. I don't recall. I'm like, what? That happened? But, maybe it's because I feel like the Saudi Arabia shows aren't canon.
Yeah, that's true.
They're like an alternate universe. Even though Gallows and Anderson did win the world's greatest tag team trophy bullshit then. But then that really didn't help matters because they still got fired. So who knows? Not I. I don't know.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. If you like WWE, I don't get it. I can't watch it anymore. It hurts my head. Hurts my face. NXT is the only thing worth watching.
It is good.
We have a new double champion. I guess everybody's doing double champions lately. Because Keith Lee is now the double champion.
Mm-hmm.
Which
means I guess Adam's coming up to.
Oof.
I don't know which one though.
Baby, I'm sorry. You should have went to New Japan instead. You didn't hear from me though.
That's not his dream though.
Tough tits. Get a different dream. I guess I do ASMR now. I'm just saying, like, what are they gonna do with him?
I don't know.
It's like, oh hey AJ, you somehow defeated Matt Riddle and his ginormous penis. Here's Adam Cole now.
I mean, I'd be okay with that.
I would, but then who's he going against after that?
AJ's on what?
SmackDown. Which we don't even know if he's going to SmackDown.
Oh, just thinking.
If he goes to Raw, then there's literally nothing. Drew? Question?
I mean, they wrestled before.
Drew and Adam?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
NXT, didn't they? Yeah.
And on the Indies. I had to think about NXT for a bit. I was like, I know they wrestled on the Indies, but I'm like, they did. Shit's just running together for WWE.
No, Adam made his debut, remember? Attacking Drew.
I don't remember. Oh, yeah, because you and I were talking about it was Battle of the Daddies. It was Baby Daddy and Scottish Daddy. I remember now. Those were good times. They were. Great times. Remember when we had the daddy journal where we wrote down what everybody's nickname was? It kind of fits still. Switchblade Daddy.
A lot.
Yeah. Guys, we came up with those right on the fly, too. We didn't even really think about it. Just... Anyway. Yeah, all I have to say is when I turned on New Japan Cup the other day and there was a crowd and people were like clapping and like people were there and it wasn't just the cheesy ass people at the Performance Center, no offense to them, but fucking cheesy ass people. It felt really good.
Well, it's not going to happen here because everybody in America is an idiot.
Yeah. And literally today I found most people, you know how they wear a mask?
With
right here.
Yeah, underneath their nose.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's not doing anything. You fuckwads. What's wrong with you? And then, like, part of me wants to just, like, you know how you can get, like, custom masks? I want to get a custom mask where that meme where it's like, if you wear your mask under your nose, it's basically having your dick out over your pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. And be like, this is you. Walking around with your dick out over your pants.
It's so stupid.
So stupid. And then there was a fucking Karen at Target earlier, and she's like, the poor girl standing at the front, because you know how they have to stand there and make sure everybody has a mask on.
Your Target requires them?
Yeah. Oh, they're required pretty much everywhere, but I don't know how people are fucking enforcing it very much. But so she walks in, she's got 3 kids. She has a mask on, which is under her nose. And her kids, who are like 5 and like 7 and 9, don't have masks on.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady was like, ma'am, they have to have a mask on. And she fucking lost her shit. She's like, what do you mean they have to have a mask on? Kids don't have to wear a mask on. They don't have to have a mask. And the lady's like, well, according to the mandate, like, 2 and under don't have to wear a mask. But, like, over 2, you have to have a mask on. And she's like, well, that's fucking bullshit. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, really?
These people kill me.
It's
just funny to me that they think a store can't tell them what to do. Yeah, they can because they own the store.
Not only that, but no shoes, no shoe, no shirt, no service.
Mm-hmm.
Been around forever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not like a law. That's like
a policy.
A policy, and you follow that.
Or you don't shop there. That's it.
Yeah. Like the lady was even like, I understand. Like you can buy them a mask over there, or you can we have in-store pickup, and you can order it and pick it up in your car. And she's like, that's fucked up. How dare you? I'm like, just order it in the fucking store. Like, I'm in the dollar section of the store because, I'm addicted to the dollar section at Target. So I'm looking around and she's just causing some shit. And I'm like, and then the fucking 9-year-old had the goal to be like, you can't tell me what to do. I'm like, my dad would have said, shut the fuck up. My dad would not. No. My mom would have been like, shut up. But no, Karen and Karen Jr. Like, I don't want to live here anymore. I'm done. I don't like these people. I don't like this place. Can I go somewhere else? Can I go to Japan?
Sure. I don't know how you get there, but sure.
I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I really want to go. Somebody take me. I don't want to be here anymore. I'll quarantine for 14 days. I promise. I'll be a good person. Ugh. Yeah. It's too much for me. That's all I want to say. Yeah. So let's talk about, before we end the show, or get off the rails too much and go into talk about sex, because that's always what we do.
Yeah, I'm not in that kind of a mood.
Oh, God. For once.
Yeah.
For once, she's not in the mood. Anyway, let's talk about where we think everybody's going to end up. Where, after the dust settles July 18th, what's it going to look like? What do you think's going to happen?
I don't know. There's so many people.
I know. That's the part that I'm just like, what the fuck's gonna happen?
I mean, there's people that you pretty much have a feeling you know where they're gonna go, and there's some people like Heath Slater. I have no clue.
Heath Slater.
Zack Ryder, I think, will go to AEW.
I'm pretty sure.
But Heath, I have no idea.
Heath, I don't. Part of me kind of feels like he might go to Ring of Honor. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, Heath Slater was in TalkNShop of Mania, Countdown to Fucktown, August 1st on Fight TV. He was on that. So he'll at least be there, which we've seen photographic evidence of him being there. So we know that for sure. Also, we saw a lot of that. There's a lot going on that I'm gonna have to explain to Jen.
Wow.
Yeah. But you know what? I think she'll find it funny. Hopefully. If not, she'll just think it's stupid and be like, Nikki, you're immature and have a weird sense of humor. And I'll be like, you didn't know?
Uh-oh.
Also, because I'm still laughing at Dick to Go. I shouldn't be that immature. But I am.
Okay.
Yeah. I do think Eric Young will go to Impact. Is he the mystery opponent? I don't know. I think he will end up in Impact, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe he'll do like a 1-year run and then do like a backstage thing. Maybe. I don't know. Or he'll do what Tommy Dreamer does and work mainly backstage and then have moments on TV. I don't know. Yeah, maybe he'll do that. I don't know. But I feel like Impact was his home for so long, and then after how he was treated, I think he'll go back. And that's kind of how I feel about EC3 too, is that was his home for so long, and they treated him really well, and he wanted to try it, and obviously it didn't work, so I feel like he'll go back. Rusev.
I was gonna say AEW, but
I don't think he will. I really don't. Part of me thinks he might take a break for a while.
Well, now he will.
Well, obviously now he will. But another part of me thinks New Japan. I kind of think he might go to Japan.
I could see
that's
that.
like the number 2 dream for wrestlers. Like, number 1 is WWE, obviously, but number 2 is Japan. So I
could
think
see that.
So the other night I was watching it, and my brother was like, Rusev versus Ishii. I'm like, oh. And I was like, Rusev versus Suzuki. And we're like, oh. So I feel like that would just be a good fit.
I can see it.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be a good fit.
Go over there and dance with
maybe he'll join the Bullet Club too, since everybody else is.
Maybe. And Peter and Lana can wear a matching thong.
Oh,
I could see it.
Please don't.
I could see it though.
And then everybody's like, wow, Lana looks really bad.
Oh my God. And then she'd put Peter on her TikTok videos.
Oh, Peter. I love you, Peter. I miss Peter. She hasn't been there. I miss her. Like, every time, like, Bullet Club's in a match, everybody's like, I miss Peter. Where's Peter at? And it's not just men, it's women, too. They're like, I miss her. Why is she not here? Like, all the guys are out there doing their thing, and everybody's like, I wonder what Peter's doing. Where's Peter? What is she doing? Why isn't she on my TV? Oh, TikTok. Yeah. So, yeah, everybody, you know, I could see that happening, but then again, part of me thinks that Lana would not want to look. And I'm gonna say it now. I don't want people to think, oh, you're being mean to Lana. Everybody looks ugly next to Peter. Everybody.
No, I don't think Lana looks ugly.
But next to Peter?
They're both pretty.
They're both pretty, but it's like you and me. We're both relatively pretty women. But if we were standing next to Peter, we'd look like a potato.
Yeah, but we don't have the kind of bodies they do.
We don't. We really don't.
We're not paid to work out, and you know.
I wish I looked like Peter. Can I look like Peter?
Sure. You just got to give up everything you like to eat and work out.
I don't like that. That doesn't sound like a good trip. Hey, I am drinking White Claw Light though, so 0 carbs. And I switched from Frappuccinos to coffee, so you know, I am making small changes to my life that will hopefully mean that I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, there's certain people that I really don't know where the fuck they're gonna go, like Kurt Hawkins.
Oh God, he'll probably go to AEW. Ryder will probably get him in there.
Poor guy.
Make on a tag team or something.
And probably they'll just lose to the Young Bucks like everybody else. I feel like Mike and Maria.
Ring of Honor.
I think they're going to Ring of Honor because Taven is missing, and it's Taven versus Vinny Marcellia, and Vinny posted about fucking Mike today, so I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
I mean, the Kingdom getting back together again, the original Kingdom, not with Vinny, which I love Vinny. Vinny, I really like Vinny. I like him more than Taven.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Taven when he's with Mike. But Taven by himself, he's very insufferable.
Mm-hmm.
Sound about right?
Sounds right. He's very cocky.
Yeah. I mean, Taven, just... It's like when he won the ladder match at Madison Square Garden. Everybody was just like, oh. Like, literally, I think those Taven girls were the only one cheering.
That was a very awkward match.
Literally, they were the only ones cheering, and everybody else was like, yeah, it's not what I thought was going to happen. So, yeah. I mean, and obviously Maria will go with him. And they'll bring the kids.
Mm-hmm.
All the kids. Which they're adorable. I love those kids. Freaking precious. Gallows and Anderson, we're pretty sure they're going.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure. Like, really, there's only two options. I don't think... You know what? The whole AEW thing, everybody's like, oh my god, they might go to AEW. And I'm like, they're fucking trolling everybody.
Yeah, but I'm still disappointed in them.
I am. I am still disappointed. Believe me, if I could make my disappointed feelings known, I would. But guess what? Maybe they didn't know. And Tama's podcast opened their eyes. I don't fucking know. I mean, we knew. How did we know and they don't know?
They knew.
Oh, of course they knew. But then again, Chase Owens went to AEW.
He did?
He did.
Oh.
He went to a show. Back the last show they had with people. He was there.
Huh.
Kenny invited him.
That's interesting.
Knowing what I know, I'm like, really?
That's
really?
weird.
Also, you should just go to AEW. You should. I dare you. Go do it.
Oh, man.
Go see if it's fun. They'd love to have you. I
think that would be fun. It does not look fun to me.
I mean, am I being vengeful? Or maybe I'm just trying to... You know how people, when you're like growing weed, you have to get rid of you get rid of the stems. And get rid of the stems.
Just send all the ones that aren't that important.
I mean, you just pulling his weight now. You know what that means. You're at the bottom of the totem pole now. Huge was in a match with Okada and won.
Wow, yeah, that's true.
What have you done lately?
Maybe he's looking for a job. You never know.
Tama, spilling the tea. Loa, he's taking care of Haku, okay? That is a man who's taking care of his aging father and a pandemic.
Uh-huh.
He is. It's actually really cute. He gave his dad a White Claw for the first time, and his dad liked it. So you know what? We're keeping him around. Haku, he forever has a home. Fale, he's training people right now, and he's Peter's boyfriend. So you know what? He's sticking around. Jay, we're going to get rid of Jay.
He's kind of the leader.
He's one kind of the leader, and two, he's Jay. We're never getting rid of Jay. Kenta, he does the GTS. We ain't getting rid of him. Gato, he's the goddamn booker. We ain't getting rid of him. Jado, okay, maybe Jado can go. Okay, maybe. Just maybe. But you know what? He has the Singapore cane all the time. I think he's earning a spot. He can help people win. Dick to go. Maybe we change his name, but he's Dick to go. Evil, obviously we got to keep Evil. Ishimori wins shit. He made it further than Gato did. So he stays. He held his own versus Okada, much like fucking Huge did. So you know what? That leaves one weak tit on this mama cat. Sorry.
Oh, man.
Am I wrong? I mean, we do have to make room for Gallows and Anderson.
That's true.
Yeah, which they always have a home. Peter can't leave either. Can't leave. They're going to get rid of Peter.
Oh, man.
I mean, deductive reasoning.
Are we done yet?
No. See, that's why people much like Gallows Anderson, I can say whatever the fuck I want and it's gonna come back to you. So ta-da! I win. I am allowed to do deductive reasoning.
You are.
I am. Oh, and ELP, we have to keep ELP because he was stopped. And he's a nice
suffered
guy.
enough.
He suffered enough. That woman tried to ruin his career. And he's just a nice man who just wants to listen to his little head-banging music and have a rave. Why are we going to punish him? We're not going to punish him. He's got the little light-up jacket, too.
It's true.
He does. He does. So, yeah, I mean, deductive reasoning. That's all I'm going to say. Now, if they start adding more people to the Bullet Club, obviously that could change. If they add, I don't know, like Cody Hall again. Then Cody Hall used to be the weak tit on the Mama Cat, but now Cody Hall's gone. So somebody always has to have the spot. Right?
Mm-hmm. It's true.
I mean, once you get rid of that one, Jotto's next in line. No offense, Giotto, but you're next in line. You know? Sorry, not sorry. This is why I could never have a faction if I was in wrestling. Because I'd be like, listen, you're not pulling your weight. So, surprise, you're done. I think it's been realized that I expect a certain level of greatness. And when you're not at the level, you gotta work on it. Right? It's a work in progress. Yeah. So that was my PSA for this episode. Yeah, I'm very interested to see how this is gonna work and who's gonna say what and what's gonna happen. And I mean, I don't know.
You'll be taking notes.
We will be taking notes. We will have a full coverage of who says what and what says who. We will. Otherwise,
I hope you're not let down by all this.
I don't think I will be. I feel like there's a lot going on next weekend that I might be fine. It's a busy weekend. Obviously, July 18th, all that shit's going down. Slammiversary's going down. Extreme Rules. There's a New Japan thing Sunday night. There's a lot going on. It's gonna be a busy weekend.
I have to work. I don't remember which day though.
Hopefully it's not July 18th. I'll be like, oh my god.
It might be.
Guess what?
Actually, I think it's Sunday, but I'm not positive.
Anyway, last thing we're going to talk about, TalkNShop. TalkNShop Mania is now done filming.
Oh yeah, and you already pre-ordered it. You're ready to go.
I did. I'm ready to go. I am. I'm very interested. And again, I might have to explain to Jen what all of it is, and I'm prepared for that. Also, she's going to be like, what the fuck? And I'll be like, okay, so if you and I put a pay-per-view together, it would probably be that much of a hot mess as well. So, except we would just sit and call guys daddy.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. We would.
We're good at that.
We're good at that. That is something we excel at. We would excel at that. Also, we would excel at booking matches only to have the people we like win.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be like, okay, so Keith Slater, you're gonna win this match. Why? Because we like you and you're nice. Unlike that guy, it's kind of a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is why we should never have a pay-per-view or be in charge of anything. Because we would literally just be like, we don't like you. You're not winning.
God. That's true.
Would.
Though. That's true.
We'd be like, we'd have a meeting and we'd be like, that guy? Yeah, fuck him. No, Carl and Gallows and Anderson, they're winning. They're going to win. They're winning it all. I don't know what they're winning, but they're going to win something. They'll win a trophy. And then...
that's not good.
Yeah, no. See, this is why. We'd be like, Drew, he's going to win the Daddy Award for Best Thighs. Mojo Rawley, he's a nice guy. He's gonna go far in this company.
Oh, Lord.
Also, he's in charge of finance. Because that would be bad if we were.
Yes.
Yes. He'd be in charge of finance. Like, go talk to payroll. It's just Mojo in his ring gear with like a little hat on. I'd be like, look at him, he's payroll. Yeah. But also, TalkNShop, Carl hasn't had sex in 8 days.
Boo fucking who.
Exactly. He's like, I haven't had sex in 8 days. I'm like, okay. And, sir, I'm not seeing the problem here.
Mm-mm.
Like, congratulations. Like 8 days? Is that some kind of like record? I'm confused. Like, what's happening? Apparently it is. Also, Gallows is mad that somebody stooged and spoiled their pay-per-view to the dirt sheets. And he's having his own investigation to figure out who did it, and he thinks he knows who did it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I'd go after that guy. He says he doesn't think it's somebody who has a name. He thinks it's like somebody, they had to get like local enhancement talent. He thinks it was one of them. Yeah. So, Jen, you're in Georgia. Figure it out.
Sure, in my abundant free time.
in your abundance of free time, I need you to go figure it out. Also, Rocky doesn't like when they talk about sex. He says he's embarrassed.
Aw.
And I go, I'm glad we don't have a third person on this show. I'm like, who would be embarrassed? Yeah. I don't think the one person I feel like we could add to the show, I don't feel like she'd be embarrassed. She'd just be really quiet, I think. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah. Really.
It's something to be embarrassed about.
There is nothing. It is a natural human ability.
Mm-hmm.
It is. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. There really isn't. I mean, whether it's been 8 days or way more than 8 days, having sex or not having sex, like, people think about it, though.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. That's us. Also, they gave the details of the YouTube drop of Countdown to Fucktown, the podcast. You can watch on their YouTube channel. It'll be live. It'll be at 11:59:59 Eastern time. Which I'm like, so midnight, basically. But it's 11:59:59. If you're going to watch it.
That's pretty technical.
It's very technical. And I was like, it's just midnight at that point. Just 12. Also, on their Patreon, if you want the episode, it drops at 10 Eastern. Gallows says he's going to say a lot of horrible shit. And Carl is not feeling very good about this. Again, mood. So, just, yeah. If you're like us, we'll be there. I don't know. Doing something. We will be taking notes. I'd be like, and then what happened?
I'm surprised they're doing it live. That's kind of surprising.
And they'll probably be drunk.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Yeah. Not surprised on the drunk part.
No.
Really not surprised. Live, yeah, totally surprised. Drunk, no. I mean, not surprised. They'll probably just buy a big box of wine and, do what they do. We don't drink wine here, though.
Mm-mm.
No. Jen had a Truly for the first time. So.
It was better than a White Claw, but I still didn't like it.
can't relate. I really can't relate. Oh my god. I swear. I'm gonna probably crack open some White Claws.
Ugh. I'm gonna go to bed.
Well, not tonight.
Oh,
I meant July 18th.
Oh, okay.
July 18th I will. Yeah. not tonight. This is probably my last White Claw for the night. And then we'll switch to Diet Coke. Yeah. Old Faithful. Which I spilled my Diet Coke earlier today and I was really mad. It was in the car too.
Oh god.
Like I picked it up and the lid like popped off and it like flew over. I'm like,
oh no.
It's on my pants and it's 120 out. Are you kidding me?
Ugh.
I'm like, god damn it. Yeah. So then I was like, I'm getting coffee. Fuck this. This is a good coffee though. But yeah. That is, yeah. I don't know. I feel like this is the calm before the storm. I really do.
We shall see.
Like, part of me is super excited and part of me's like, they're gonna do Extreme Rules after all this shit comes out. Good, bad, or ugly. I live for this kind of chaos.
I can tell.
I do. I live for this kind of chaos. I love it. Like, it's like
Vince doesn't care.
Vince doesn't care. He should, but he doesn't.
No.
Not only that, but I feel like the WWE faithful aren't going to be the ones listening.
No.
No. It's going to be everybody else. Especially us. Because we love the drama of it all.
It's true.
I feel like it has, like, it literally feels like Drag Race in some instances. Like,
we'll see.
And Beauty Guru drama.
I'm still afraid you're getting your hopes up.
I know. Well, Beauty Guru drama.
That's true. It's more like that.
It is. Like, it could go 2 ways. Well, 3 ways. Like, it could either be we're all getting our hopes up and it's just been like, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Or it's stuff we already knew.
Right.
Or a whole other end of the spectrum where it's like, shit we didn't fucking know and like really fucking crazy shit comes out.
True.
Or it's in the middle. Where it's like, we knew some of it, we didn't. It's like Tama's Island on the Elite. Like, some of the shit we knew, some of the shit we didn't know, but did we enjoy it? Yeah. But also, I think a lot of it has to do with, I want to know where these people are going.
Right.
I want to know, like, unfortunately, I support the people who were released more than a lot of the people in that company. So, where are they going so I can watch them? No offense. But yes. Offense.
Oh, Lord.
What? I'm just saying, like, yeah. I'm just saying. But yeah. So, you know, it'll be interesting. Plus, Slammiversary is going to be really good. I feel like Impact on their big pay-per-views, they bring it. Obviously, New Japan. Right now, New Japan's leading everybody. I want people to, you know. I think part of me thinks there's just going to be change, you know? Like, everything's been the same old since the pandemic started. And I think this will be a big change, you know? Good, bad, or indifferent. Who knows? So, we will see. We'll definitely see. But I feel like as the days get closer, I think a lot of other people will start to get more excited about it.
We'll see.
We will see. So, with that, I think this is the end for this week. The calm before the storm. It wasn't even that calm. Get well soon, Rusev. We'll throw that out. He's got.
I wonder if they're going to quarantine Lana. I guess they will.
She's the common denominator.
Mm-hmm.
Her parents got it. Her husband got it.
It's true.
I feel like she shouldn't be going anywhere.
Mm-mm.
No. And I'm also going to send you the video of Takahashi doing his wailing cry in case they do go. So you can prepare yourself.
Okay.
For the noise you will hear coming out of my body.
Sounds good.
And believe me, it's truly something. I'll probably do the same motion he did too. It might just be the same scene, just with me. Anyway, with that, guys, I think we're gonna go prepare for all the shit next weekend because I feel like everybody's doing something other than Ring of Honor.
That's true.
Yeah. So, chill out, guys. Relax.
Wear a mask over your nose.
Wear a mask over your nose. Buckle down, because who knows what the fuck's about to happen, not only in wrestling, but in the world. And, yeah. I'm nervous about all of it.
Nah, it'll be fine.
I have a bad feeling about some people. I'm like, oh God, they're gonna sell their soul, aren't they?
Yep.
Oh God, why would you do that?
Because they're being fed a bunch of lies. That's
oh,
why.
yeah, fucking liars. You know what? I'm glad Tama put that out before July 18th.
That's true.
As a warning. Hopefully people heed the warning.
Maybe that's why he did it.
Good. That's what I would have done. I, for one, would be like Tama and be like, 1 week before July 18th, let's spill the tea, shall we? If I could save one person from going to that shithole, I will. All right, guys. So, until next week. Bye.
Bye.